Hello everybody and welcome to an incredibly late update for your Steam Daily Sales on the 30th of December 2011. I'm actually recording this on the 31st, but that's because I live in a weird time zone. Yay! So here is your graphic for today. It features a driver reference, and I'm not sure if that's a Civilization reference on the left. I'm not sure. Both those games are on sale today. Yay! First game on sale today, Universe Sandbox. This is a universe simulator. It's not really a game per se, it's more of just a physics simulation thing. You make galaxies, make planets, and do whatever the heck you want with them. Yay. Not really a recommendation unless you're really into simulation type things. It's very sandboxy. Do whatever you want kind of thing. There is an achievement in this today if you want to get it. I mean, it is cheap enough to play around with, but probably not a recommendation in terms of actual games that you might want to actually play today. Next game, Magic the Gathering Jewels of the Planeswalkers 2012. This is a Magic the Gathering strategy type game. It's basically Magic the Gathering on PC. Although, having said that, it is a very good Magic the Gathering on PC. It is one of the best Magic the Gathering on PC type things I've ever played. I have to say that it is very fun. If you know the rules of Magic the Gathering, definitely a pickup. If you ever want to play it online with people, definitely a pickup. Although I will say that it's gone a bit crazy with the DLC. There's a lot of deck packs and things out there, which, you know, that's kind of to be expected from Wizards and generally online card games in general. I will say that this is an incredibly fun game. It's definitely one that I turn to whenever I'm bored. Definitely recommend picking this up if you're at all interested in trading card games. Okay. Next one, Driver San Francisco. Another entry in the Driver games. Now, Driver games are racing games usually known for being pretty good quality. Driver San Francisco kind of ruins that a little bit. It is made by Ubisoft, which means two things. Firstly, you have to deal with Ubisoft's online service platform, which is their fantastic DRM that means you can only play this game online, and only when the Ubisoft servers are up, which is not that good for a game that you own. Anyway, it also means that this is a pretty terrible console port. So while this game would probably be good on console, it's got pretty terrible control layouts and things like that on PC. Ubisoft tends to do this kind of thing. They develop it for the console and then just slap on some PC controls and call it a PC game. Not a recommendation, partly because of Ubisoft, and partly because it's not as good as previous Driver games. I have played previous Driver games, I've not played San Francisco, but apparently it does not have the charm of the previous games in the series. Next game, Fallout New Vegas. This is a Bethesda RPG, which means probably incredibly high quality, probably incredibly fun, probably incredibly buggy. That's about all I've heard about it. Is it a recommendation? Yeah, I'd say this is a recommendation. I'd say it's definitely a recommendation. Moving on to the next game, Grand Theft Auto Complete Package. Now, I've never really been into the Grand Theft Auto games. I'll be completely honest. I always get them and I always play them, partly because Zebra's a big fan of them. But I've never really, I don't know. It's not the kind of game that that I'm tremendously interested in, because it's so open world and you can do whatever you want. And I much prefer a more linear storyline. But honestly, Grand Theft Auto games, go around, you shoot people, you steal cars, you drive around for a bit, and you do things. Does that sum this game up pretty well? I'd say that's summed this game up pretty well. Grand Theft Auto games, I can't in all good conscience recommend this, despite it being a good game for a good price, because of Rockstar, because I don't really like Rockstar, and I'm going to be childish and not promote this game based on the developer. That's what I'm going to do. Moving on! Space Chem, this is a casual indie, very puzzly type game. I find it fun, but then again, I really like puzzle games anyway. You have to take inputs of certain atoms and convert them into some molecule, and then output that molecule using the basic tools you're provided with. It's kind of difficult to explain in that way, but I do find it fun. I'm not sure if it is fun, but I do find it fun. You know, it's a very puzzle game. If you're into casual puzzles, there you go. It's very hard, I've found, but that's a recommendation from me. You have to convert them from one molecule into another and stuff like that, and very chemistry based, and yeah. This is a recommendation, by the way, if you weren't paying attention. Recommendation. But only if you're very much into puzzle games. So there you go. Next one, Super Meat Boy. Oh boy. This is an example of how games can nowadays be incredibly hard, but also at the same time incredibly fun. And the way they achieve this is by making the controls very good. And because the controls are very good, that means that if you do anything wrong, you understand that it's your fault that something has gone wrong, and you can't really blame the game. That is a very good formula to make a game addictive as hell. Like, this game definitely has a very one more level kind of feel to it, although, yeah, it's hard as hell. And there's also an achievement in this today, but I don't think... If you're getting this game today, I don't think you will ever get that achievement before the end of the sales. Let's put it that way. Definitely a recommendation. Definitely a recommendation. Made by Team Meat, which is a team of people, including the guy who made Binding of Isaac, which came out yesterday that I forgot to recommend because I forgot to make a video. Definitely recommend picking this up. Honestly. Pick it up. Now. Do it. Next game, Deus Ex Human Revolution. Now, I think I've pretty much said all my opinions of this game in our Let's Play of it on To Blind Gamers, if you want to go search that up. It's a fun, stealth, tactical kind of thing, but the main selling point of this game is that it has a very persistent world. You know, you can easily kill quest NPCs and then never get their quest. Things do not respawn. You know, you run around killing everyone in the town, which, believe me, we have. They will stay dead, and you'll deal with the consequences of that. Which may or may not be a good thing. I think we've managed to kill off all the police, so crime rate is currently skyrocketing in the town. Yay! Definitely a recommendation. It's made by Square Enix, which is a fantastic company, and Eidos, which is also a fantastic company. Is that Eidos or Eidos? I never know how to pronounce that. But yes, definitely recommend picking this one up. Deus Ex Human Revolution. It's the third game in the Deus Ex series, I believe. I might be completely wrong on that. I didn't look that up or anything. I'm just pulling that out of my head for no reason and pretending I'm incredibly smart. Yeah. Next game, the Chronicles of Riddick, Assault on Dark Athena. This is a first-person, actiony, first-person shooter type thing. Apparently very good. I have no experience with it. Can't really say much. What I can say is that it looks like it has incredibly stupid DRM again. After activating the game for a third time, TAGES will start a 30-day timer. After 30 days, you'll get that activation back up to 3 total activations. Which seems incredibly stupid to me. I like DRM in general is pretty damn stupid. Most ways of implementing DRM are pretty damn stupid. This seems like one of the more stupid. But anyway, apparently not as good as the first game, but still definitely a fairly good first-person shooter from what I have heard. Probably a good price to pick it up at. Can't really recommend it because I've not really played it, but one to consider. Civilization 5 Game of the Year Edition, which includes all of these things. All these DLCs and whatnot, and DLC bundles and things, for £10.19, which is a very good price for this kind of thing. Civilization 5, if you have never played a Civilization game, is essentially a world-conquering kind of strategy game, where you can like place towns, build defenses, build units, and go out and explore the world and take on people and try and conquer the world and kill everyone else. It's very strategic. It's very good. Civilization games have always been very good, and that's my recommendation of this game. Yay! Moving on. The Command & Conquer games. Red Alert 3, Uprising, Tiberian Light, Command & Conquer 3, Kane's Wrath, and Command & Conquer 3, Tiberian Wars. Command & Conquer games are, if you do not know, real-time strategy games similar to things like StarCraft or the original World of Warcraft games or whatever. You build bases, you build buildings, you build units, and then you go out and smash other people's bases up. It's very fun. I'm a fan of RTS-type games, even if I'm absolutely terrible at them. Which is pretty much the same for most genres of game for me. Definitely a fun game. Command & Conquer has always been very fun. Nowhere near as popular as StarCraft, in my opinion. Or, well, from what I've seen anyway. But definitely good games nonetheless. Next one, Puzzle Agent and Puzzle Agent 2. These are Telltale games. Point-and-click adventure-type things with interspersed minigame puzzles. The visual style looks very simple. I can't say I've played them, but, you know, Telltale game, point-and-click games, what more can I say? Probably fairly good. And now we can move on to today's achievements for the 30th of December. There's only 1 day left to get achievements, which means... Actually, I've really been slipping on getting achievements, I've got to say. I'm going to probably go an achievement whore tonight. Which means there's not much opportunity to get more pieces of coal. I have 32 objectives completed so far. So today's achievements are Day of Defeat Source. This is a fairly easy one. Collect 3 gifts dropped by opponents. Opponents have random chances of dropping gifts. Pick them up. There you go. You can do this online, or you can make a local server and just kill yourself a few times if you really want to do it the easy way, if you're really so bad at killing people online. Next one, Super Meat Boy, the Golden Gift. Now then. A lot of people thought that the achievement for Super Meat Boy would be the Kids Christmas, which was to complete any level in the Kids Christmas chapter in Super Meat Boy World at any point. And I went out and I got that achievement, and that was incredibly difficult, except for the fact that I cheated. But apart from that, this particular one is a difficult achievement to get. Just to say it lightly. There are 5 levels in the Kids Christmas chapter. They are all incredibly difficult. Incredibly difficult. And you have to complete them all in one play session. Now, I had a little bit of an issue where my game actually crashed a couple of times after completing them. So this is what I'm not going to go for, purely because I don't really want to handle the rage of doing 4 and then having the game crash before I do the 5th. And I know that I'd never be able to do it anyway. This is a hard achievement. Don't underestimate the difficulty of the Kids Christmas levels. There are guides out there. Well, I say guides. There are videos of people doing them out there. There are also ways to cheat at 3 of the levels, but the other 2 levels you are on your own. And, yeah. Difficult achievement. Next one, Universe Sandbox. Freeze the Earth by moving it further from the sun. Apparently this one is very easy. All you actually need to do, as you see my wallpaper for a second there, all you actually need to do is, like, turn the sun off or whatever, or spawn the Earth further away from the sun. Not difficult, just do it in create a solar system mode. Next one, Space Cam. Reach the South Pole of Cernimere 4. This one is puzzle. Well, this one's one of the levels in the puzzle game, basically. I think it's one of the ones that's actually unlocked when you first open the game, because I think Cernemere 4 is like the bonus levels. And the particular level you have to do is There's Something in the Fish Cake, is the name of the level. Obviously, as it's a puzzle game, and as it's a very linear puzzle game, there are plenty of guides out there, plenty of walkthroughs, plenty of screenshots of the actual solution. So this is not difficult. Will probably not take you that long. Good, easy achievement to go for. Next one, Puzzle Agents 2, Christmas Tree Center. Spend over $202,259 of taxpayer dollars. The number of Christmas trees cut in Minnesota in 2007 from the USDA. I don't understand what this achievement text is trying to tell you to do, but I can say that to actually get the achievement, you fail the first puzzle 3 times. I don't know what relevance that has to this at all. But, yeah. Fail the first puzzle 3 times and you get this achievement. I don't know what's going on with that. Last one, Flight Control HD. Snowball, land 5 helicopters in a row on the Windy Airfield. Now, the Windy Airfield is actually the 7th stage in Flight Control HD, so it will take a good 2 or 3 hours to actually get to that part if you don't already have it unlocked. But the actual achievement itself is not really that difficult. Just keep circling your helicopters until you have 5 on screen. Keep landing everything else, and then just land all your helicopters. Not a tremendously difficult achievement, but like I say, if you have not unlocked the Windy Airfield, then maybe fairly difficult. Well, maybe fairly time-consuming is what I mean. And that's everything for the Steam video today. This is the part where I ramble on, but I'm actually not going to ramble on. I'm going to say, see you next time, folks, for the what I believe is the final update in the Steam sales. Now, I'm not really 100% certain about that, because it says December 31 is the last achievement, but it says here, come back each day through January 1st. And usually, through January 1st means that it includes January 1st, but I don't really know. Maybe you can just get achievements on January 1st, but there won't actually be any new ones. It'll just be like a, let's go back and review everything that you've not got kind of day. Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah. See you next time, folks. This isn't a ramble at all. Bye.